To Court Death, an episodic podcast. Written and directed by Leani Lopez. Starring Owen, Fogg, and Leani Lopez. Featuring music by Kevin MacLeod. Chapter 3.
Lance sat on the bench by the emergency doors, watching the people come and go. Still contemplating my interaction with Alicia, I sat down next to him.
Well?
She's still alive.
Figured as much. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
And?
She has a lot of anger and pain bottled up, but she doesn't seem scared.
It's not necessarily a good thing. If she's not scared, she's probably numb. And that's worse.
Hello, boys.
List?
Yeah. An old man in his 90s. His wife died 2 years ago. She was at the door waiting for him.
At least one of us is getting the peaceful ones. My new one is going in for minor surgery.
Having a meeting without me, huh?
This isn't a meeting. We are literally just sitting here talking.
Yeah, sure.
Do you three ever think about your deaths?
Yeah.
I'd rather not, but it's always there.
Are you thinking about your death, Warren?
I don't know. I haven't in a very long time. I honestly don't even remember how it happened, and anyone who would know is long gone. Famika, you never told me how you died. If you don't mind sharing.
Drowned. I was at the pool, felt dizzy and slipped, hit my head on concrete, and fell into the water. Have you tried to remember your death? Actually focused on it. Sometimes that works for me when I start to forget.
I'm honestly afraid to.
Tough shit.
Famika!
What? I'm tired of this whole broody, mopey act. Listen, Perfect. We all have baggage. We all did something horrible in our lives to get us to where we are now. We're all just trying to finish our contracts so we can move on to a better place instead of... Not all of us have the luxury of completely forgetting the horrible things we've done to get us here. Anytime I start to, it comes rushing back and I can feel everything I felt before.
So, you are finally admitting you've done horrible things.
They were horrible, yes, but I still stand by what I did.
You were responsible for the deaths of dozens of people. You made them starve and hurt themselves because you weren't satisfied with your own image.
And what about you? You killed people, directly.
You need to shut up about shit you don't understand. Those were sick people who weren't ever going to get any better.
That doesn't make it okay.
It made it a hell of a lot better than what you did. My patients had a choice.
Stop. Just stop, both of you.
Warren, you never like to think about your past or even mention it. Why are you suddenly thinking about how you died?
Lance looked at me knowingly, but I was spared from answering when Alicia's name turned red. I have to go. When I reached her room, I saw that all hell had broken loose. Dr. Avidan and several nurses surrounded Alicia's bed as they struggled to revive her.
She's having trouble breathing! The fluid is building in her lungs again! We need to drain it! We're losing her!
The nurses sprung into action as they handed the doctor the equipment she needed. Determined, I walked over to her bedside, ignoring the sharp pain in my lungs. Alicia Shepard, let go. However, as soon as I touched her hand, her heart rate jumped back to life.
We have a heartbeat again! Let's keep it that way! We need to stabilize her!
Stunned, I yanked my hand away as if I had been burned. I turned around to see the others had followed.
Warren.
What did you do?
Did you just heal her?
No, I mean, I don't think I...
She was dead until you touched her. We all saw it.
Let's go. We need to regroup.
But I need to collect her.
Look at your list. Her name is Black. It doesn't look like that's going to happen.
But I don't understand.
The bosses aren't going to be happy about this.
Don't start again. This is serious.
I am being serious. In fact, I'm going to tell them right now. Someone needs to tell them what's going on.
Famika! Oh, shit.
Famika disappeared. Marina gave me and Lance a look of exasperation before she did the same. I turned to Alicia. However, Lance led me away from the bed. In the white room, he forced me to sit at the table. I stared at my hands, unblinking, as I closed them into fists.
Are you alright?
How did this happen? Why does this keep happening?
It's going to be okay. Marina and Famika are talking to the bosses now. Maybe they will have answers.
I should go in there with them.
It's bad enough Famika and Marina barged in. If you follow, you'll only make it worse. Don't worry.
Lance, what if it was me? What if I saved her?
How?
I don't know.
Okay then. If you don't know how, then why? What would be the point in drawing out her suffering? Everyone on the list needs to pass on. There are no exceptions. You said it yourself.
Then how do you explain what happened?
Just a fluke. Think of it this way. The bosses haven't called you in yet, so it can't be that bad, right? Oh, look, the ladies are back.
Well,
Apparently, it wasn't your fault.
Not entirely, anyways.
what do you mean?
Sometimes signals can get crossed when Reapers try to collect someone's soul.
Signals?
Mr. Perfect accidentally healed her instead of collecting her.
How?
We have the power to bring death. It can be reversed if we need it to be. The two do go hand in hand after all.
That doesn't make any sense. This has never happened before. Why would it happen now?
Maybe you're losing your touch. Or maybe you have feelings for the human.
I highly doubt that's it.
Regardless of why, her name is still on Warren's list, so she's still his next soul.
But can't the bosses give him another name until she dies? What's he supposed to do now?
I can't move on until I collect the next name. She is the next name.
Well, then you're just going to have to keep trying. We have to go in order. We can't deviate.
Great. So we get extra souls and extra work while he just sits around?
He didn't ask for this. And why are you acting like you have more important things to do? Get the fuck over yourself, Famika.
Oh yeah, gang up on me again.
Lance, back off. Famika, no one is ganging up on you. We're a team, and we need to be there for each other. You shouldn't have burst in on the bosses like that.
You guys are never there for me. Not without being told to be, at least. I'm always the one that gets told to shut up or that I'm being stupid. I'm always the one who has difficult souls who get dragged down. Did you know that I haven't brought anyone to the door in a year?
Famika.
Just forget it.
For the first time in who knows how long, I felt guilty. I had my fair share of tainted souls, but I never realized how it affected the others. I followed, knocking on her door.
What?
I entered hesitantly, fully expecting her to blow up at me.
What do you want?
You're angry.
No shit. How perceptive of you.
You've been sniping at me since we've met. I think it's time we hash this out.
Fine. Yell at me just like Lance does. Make me feel stupid just like Marina. See if I care.
I don't want to do either of those things. I just want to talk.
About what?
Whatever problem you seem to have with me.
I don't have a problem with you. Look, Warren, I don't understand how this comes so easy to you. From day one, I have struggled. I have people who refuse to move on, people who fight me, people whose souls are tainted.
Famika, I've been doing this for centuries. Believe me, I've had my fair share of fighters.
I know, and I thought it would get easier for me as time went on, but it's not. I wish I could be like you.
No, you really don't. What's wrong with just being you?
I'm just so used to having to be the best.
In this instance, Famika, you don't want to be the best.
You're probably right. Look, people have always been against me. I guess I just jump on the defensive.
We're not against you. We're partners in this. This job is hard enough. Don't make it harder on yourself. I'll ask Lance to ease up a bit if you want.
No, I'll talk to him. And I'll try to ease up on myself. No guarantees. When you're used to behaving a certain way your whole life, it's not necessarily easy to break the habit.
I imagine that's true.
I do feel sorry for you. That you can't remember your past, I mean. It's hard to lose yourself like that. Hard to be around for so long and see so many different Reapers come and go. You and Marina were here even before Lance.
Yeah, and what's worse, I don't even remember the Reapers. It's all a haze.
Seems to be a trend of yours. So, what are you going to do about Shepard?
What would you do?
You said this never happened to you before, right? Well, then maybe it's not you.
What do you mean?
I mean, if this is the first time something like this has happened in all these years you've been collecting souls, maybe it's something having to do with Shepard.
I just got an idea. Thanks, Famika.
Now where are you going?
I'm going to visit Alicia Shepard again.
And do what?
I'll figure it out when I get there.
What do you need from us?
If the bosses call, cover for me.
I was out of bed this time when Warren appeared. It had been weeks since I saw him. By now, the bruises on my face were barely visible, and I could stand without assistance. Though putting on my shoes was difficult, something I struggled with when he charged forward. If you're coming to collect my soul, you have bad timing. The doctors are sending me home.
What are you?
Excuse me?
What are you?
Aquarius? Bisexual? Human? Really big into K-pop? I don't know what answer you're looking for.
Why can't I collect your soul?
Because you're shitty at your job.
I am not. I am very good at my job.
Really? Because I'm still living and breathing.
Which means it's not me, it's you.
Fuck you! I just spent the last few months in this hospital. You're pissed you couldn't get my soul? Join the fucking club! Warren was clearly taken aback. When I realized exactly what I had said, I purposely turned my back on him. There was a knock on the door before Cole strolled in.
Hey babe, I pulled the car around. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I slowly made my way toward him, even though it made me sick. He rushed to meet me halfway. He put his arm around my waist, and I settled mine around his shoulders, if only for stability. When I glanced back, Warren was gone. After leaving the hospital, Cole helped me into the car. He was being gentle and careful, like he always was after.
I'll go get your stuff. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. As soon as Cole slammed the door, Warren appeared in the back seat, startling me so much I jumped. Searing pain racked my body and I swore.
I see you didn't take the doctor's advice.
Should put a bell on you or something, God.
Alicia Shepard.
Don't... Can you stop saying my full name? It's weird and it makes me feel like I'm being scolded.
Fine. Alicia, do you actually want me to collect your soul?
I want you to leave me alone. Clearly that's not going to happen, though.
Well, you're still on my list, which means you're still going to die. But what I'm more interested in is why you fought me in the ambulance, but not 5 minutes ago told me you were upset that I failed.
Fucking ray of sunshine you are. Look, I don't know what you want from me. I don't know why you can't collect my soul. If you want my soul so bad, just kill me yourself.
That's not how things go. It has to happen when it's supposed to.
Well, then why are we still talking?
Because I can't continue on to the next name until your soul has passed.
Boo fucking who? I glanced in the rearview mirror and caught Warren wince, which I found strange. Wasn't he a Grim Reaper? Why did he always look like he was in pain? Frowning, I glanced over my shoulder, and for a brief moment, His left hand suddenly looked dead, decayed flesh peeling away to reveal rotted bone, and then I blinked and it was normal again, as if nothing happened. Maybe I imagined it. Warren looked just as confused as I felt. What's wrong?
Nothing. Did you feel that?
Feel what?
The ground. It shook.
I didn't feel anything. But I saw...
Ready to go home?
Yeah, I'm ready. Cole put the car in drive and it jerked forward as he slammed on the gas. I clutched the handle of the car door in fear. We drove out of the parking lot, Cole going faster than he should be. Like always.
Are you hungry? Let me take you to lunch. Anywhere you want to go?
No, I'm all right.
Are you sure? What about that cafe you like? We can sit on that bench in the park.
I'm fine.
You should slow down.
Babe, maybe you should...
Look, don't start with me. You're finally out of that place. I don't want to start fighting already.
Alicia, if he keeps driving like this, he will get you both killed.
Isn't that what you want? For me to die?
No, I don't. I mean, it's not about what I want. You can't outrun your fate, but it doesn't mean you should charge towards it recklessly.
The car jerked so much, even Warren reached out to grab the front seats to steady himself. His sleeve slid back, and I saw blood trickle down his wrist. You're bleeding.
What was that?
For the second time in the last few months, I heard the sound of screeching tires, and everything around me seemed to slow down. I craned my neck around to stare at Warren fearfully, and then... the next thing I knew, the other car missed us by mere inches. Fear was replaced by rage, and I rounded on Cole. Are you insane?
That idiot wasn't looking where he was going.
Pull over.
What did you just say?
Pull the fuck over, Cole. I'm not driving with you anymore. Cole pulled the car roughly over to the side of the road, nearly driving up onto the curb. Relieved, I moved to get out. Cole grabbed my bandaged wrist.
You want to walk home? See if I fucking care. I only visited you in the hospital every day while you recovered. No one else was there for you but me. None of your friends, your co-workers came to see you. Only I was there. But you want to scream at me? Fine. I'll drive home alone. Have fun walking, bitch. But don't call me if you can't make it on your own.
I'll risk it. I ripped my hand out of his and climbed out of the car. This has been Chapter 3 of To Court Death, an episodic podcast. Written and directed by Leani Lopez. Starring Owen, Fogg, and Leani Lopez. Guest starring Connor MacDonald, Madalyn Sheehy, Alyssa Comeau, and Joshua Bonilla. Additional voices by Rosa and Monica MacDonald. Featuring music by Kevin MacLeod.